Hi, Jeff Marsace here, and I get a lot of clients who ask me about reverse mortgages, and fortunately today we're here with Natalya Hill from Hamilton Group Funding who can tell us a little bit more about reverse mortgages. So Natalya, just in general terms, what is a reverse mortgage?
It's basically a mortgage that someone over 62 can use to tap into the equity of their home. If they own their home free and clear, or even if they have a small balance on it, they can take up to 50% of that money out of that and use that for a variety of different purposes, such as supplemental income. Please note they would not be making a principal and interest payment, so they would, even if they owned it free and clear, it would work and operate the same way. They still would not be making principal and interest payment, just the taxes and insurance that are due each year. And it allows them the freedom to use some of those funds for a variety of different things. They can use it to go on, take some trips that they've not been able to do. They can use it to fix the home up if they're thinking that they may be selling it at some time in the future. And so usually what we do is we sit down with people and we explain their options. For each age, as you go up, there's amounts and different things that you can do. So a person at 62, they can do a little bit more at 65 or 72, kind of like Social Security. When you take funds from that, you can get varying different amounts. So generally what we do is we meet with people that are interested in that. To me, it's not something that you should rush into. You need to do your homework. You need to get your family members involved, and that would have some say in what you're doing, and make sure everybody's on the same page. They understand, and we answer all their questions, because it's a little bit different than your standard mortgage, and it is regulated by the government. But sometimes people are a little scared of them as well, and it's usually because they don't have all the facts or the knowledge on them.
Right. I understand that there are a couple of different ways that people can do a reverse mortgage. I know that they can just take the lump sum, or it's a draw. What are some of the main ways people can do that?
They do. They can take, if you, let's say you had a $200,000 home and it was owned free and clear, and that's the value on it. They could take a portion of those funds and use it right now. It used to be you could take all of it out, but they've recently changed that to where you can take up to 60% out, and then the remaining 40 of that could be an equity line. You can take it in all equity line. You may not need the money for 6 months if you're doing something, and you can draw on it. Some people use the money to invest in other things that they want to invest in, such as an annuity or a term life policy that's going to have a higher payout at the end. And so that would be something where we bring in an insurance person or an investment person that could explain those options to them as well.
Well, what do you see as some of the main reasons? I mean, I don't think there are a lot of different options, but what are some of the main reasons that people will say, yes, I want a reverse mortgage?
A lot of times you'll see, and I've got a lady that called me this week, her mother is aging, her father already has this type of loan, and she's on fixed income. And so I think as your parents are aging, a lot of times you may be helping supplement their income yourself by giving them extra money or paying for things for them. If they've got that home and it's already paid for, instead of you giving the money, it allows them even to take out a lump payout every month, and they can set it for life. They can set it for a shorter time if they need a higher amount, like maybe they know they're going to sell it in 5 years. The life payout might be $800, but a 7-year payout might be $2,200. So you can vary it and change it up. There's a lot of different things that you can do. But a lot of people right now didn't save properly, or maybe they, whatever happened, maybe they used their retirement funds for something else, and so they're on a fixed income. And with medical prices and things like that going up, it gives them the ability to have another source of income to help them live comfortably during those years of retirement.
Okay. Well, what are 3 big things that people have to kind of look out for? Because I know that not everybody is as upfront and honest and clear in explaining things as you are, and sometimes seniors get taken advantage of. Correct. What are 3 things that you think people kind of need to look out for when they're doing a reverse mortgage?
First off, do some homework on it. call and make an appointment with a lender such as myself or someone else and ask them questions. There's no stupid question. Take your time, don't rush. I think a lot of people get in trouble because someone's pressuring them to make a quick decision. Someone's pressuring you to go into this type mortgage. You need to run and find someone that's going to give you the time and answer your questions and make you feel really comfortable. I think you need to, if your children and so forth are involved in this, or maybe the children are helping to do it, that you get everyone in the appointment and you answer all of their questions so that you're one person's, and I'm sure you've had this before, you have a husband and wife and you explain everything to one, but then the other one's not there.
Yeah.
And then the other one gets part of the information from the other person and it gets convoluted and it gets confusing. So I really think it's important for if it is a family thing, that everyone be on the same page. Everyone come together and make sure that they feel comfortable with you moving forward. Because the last thing you want to do is do something and one person's really upset about the way it was handled or they thought it shouldn't have been done and all of that. So getting everyone on board. And I think those are really the main things, is just making sure you feel comfortable with the lender that you're working with, that they are providing you with the answers that you have. If they're not able to answer them or get the answers for you, then that may be a clear-cut sign that you may not be working with someone who is experienced enough to it. And obviously, they're constantly changing guidelines. So right now, they're in the middle of changing things with this program. So make sure you've got someone who's current and up to date and they're giving you accurate information. So you may find information on the internet from 2010 and the guidelines are very different now in 2015. And so sometimes I'll have people say, but I read something online, Google, but it might have been dated 5 years ago. So make sure you're looking at current information as well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Natalya. If you
Thank
could,
you.
let people know
Absolutely.
what's a good way to get a hold of you. What's a good phone number for you?
Best number for me is 919-614-0388, and my website is natalyahill.com. You can send me an email that way, text me, and I'll be glad to help or answer any questions that they may have.
Well, thank you, Natalya.
Thank
and
you.
I think that was a kind of good little overview of reverse mortgages, but I think one of your big three things is do your homework and get with somebody who understands what they're talking about. So
Absolutely.
thank you and have a great day.